Ah, hill start on a bike that's not mine, fucking hell. So we've had a swap over. After all, my sub said, can you take out the Daytona and compare it to the Street Triple? And I'll start off by saying, dude, that it's actually not really a fair thing to do, to compare the Daytona to a Street Triple, because they're totally different, you know, they're built for two completely different purposes, so they're not really meant to be compared. It depends what you want from your bike. You're welcome, MILF. God, I've forgotten how talky this thing actually is. So to compare the two bikes, because I got really quite easily distracted there, the speed of that fucking Daytona. So if you want all-out grunt, get the Daytona. If you want low-down, more usable power, get the Triple. If you want a comfortable bike, get the Triple. If you want a fast-going road racing machine, get the Daytona. If you want a commuting bike, get the Triple. If you live in the countryside, I'd think a little bit first. Go and take one for a test ride. Take the Daytona for a test ride. Because you may find that your back roads are a little bit too bumpy and you don't like it. So take one for a ride and see what you think. I'm a little bit on the fence. I think around here it's usable, so it wouldn't put me off too much. Which of these two bikes is my favourite? I'm leaning towards the Triple, if I'm honest. I'd love to try and take out a speed rather than a street, because I think that may make up for the lack of power when you compare the fact that the Daytona is a sport and this isn't. You know, I think that if you took a speed, that could edge it ahead. But I just want to reinforce the thought that I don't feel that you can compare these bikes. My only suggestion is to ride them both. Take one out, see what you think, take out the other one. Preferably, you know, sooner rather than later, because the last thing you want to do is forget how the other one felt by the time you take out the next bike. Because then, you know, you'll draw a comparison from an imperfect memory and you could get it wrong. You could end up buying a bike that you're ultimately not happy with. Look at this. Slack throttle right there. Nothing happening. There's biting point. Don't like that. The Daytona I like because it's a lot sharper than the Triple. The front brake on that thing is fucking retarded. I'm amazed I didn't go over the front, to be honest. I mean, this is just personal preference, but I love my bike to be that responsive that I feel like if I need to make a snap decision of any kind, you know, any kind, regardless of what it is, if I feel like I need to react, my bike is ready with me, you know what I mean? It's right there and it's about to do exactly what I need to do. It's only a split-second difference, but I feel like it counts. And I feel like the Daytona is much more on point than the Street in terms of that kind of thing. I'm going to France with a good buddy of mine, Nixter, on the 6th of June. His nan lives somewhere in the middle, so we're going to take a boat over from mainland UK and then ride down to stay with her for a few days. And I think after a few hours on the 600RR, I'll probably want to kill myself. And I have an arse like a leather bag. If I was riding this, I'd probably have arm ache from the wind resistance, but my arse would be fine. Roads like this, the Street excels in. Clive will be having a shit time on the Daytona, because the suspension and the seat are quite firm, obviously because it's built for response, so he'll be a bit uncomfortable through here, whereas I'm not laughing. I just laughed. What a bellend. You know, whereas I'm not exactly going through here having an orgasm, but I'm a lot more comfortable than he is, I bet you that. God, this bike moves. Fucking A, mate. He's begging for it, I don't blame him. So am I. No, he's not feeling it. There he goes. It's nice, isn't it? Have you tried the quick shifter? Have you tried the quick shift? Hello, is that a 5.0? Is that a fucking police bike? Oh, we're going to have to be careful, mate. I don't know, but they're going that way. Don't you think this bike feels really thin? Yeah, I was actually saying that exact same thing. When I was following you, I was like, I still think that's my favourite. Alright, back on the Daytona. That quick shifter is excellent, love it. Yeah, the bumps on this you can really feel. But that front brake's insane. I feel like I can make quite a big fuck up and still save myself because of that brake. Gearing is really nice on this actually. It's not jerky between first and second. So I think slow town riding will actually be pretty nice. A lot of sport bikes it's kind of a little bit clunky, a little bit jerky. You know, it's not all that smooth, not terribly well refined, but this is very nice. This is such a smooth bike, it really is a pleasure to ride it. Very, very smooth. Bit hard though. Great for a toy, but if I was to use it every day, I mean I know it's a bit of a moot point because the majority of people with sports bikes don't use them every day, you know, they're a toy. As a toy, perfect. As a daily, I might want to look at other options. Not a bad way to spend a day, is it?